Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right. Call hello, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Dash. And of course, once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who are well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth. All right. Trying to wake up the remaining, hopefully, elect. This is 9 months DC count. And once again, here, another story to highlight the wickedness of these devils, these Edomites, these so-called white people. This has to do with the WHO and not holding certain people, them folks, accountable for their crimes, in this case of a sexual nature. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. This is from Redacted, and I'm going to go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer. As per Section 107 of 1976 Copyright Act, copyright disclaimer is the interest built for justified use of imaginations like comment, review, news reporting, learning, teaching, research, and scholarship. All right. Justified use is a method that is given by the Copyright Act itself. All right. So there you go. All right. Alrighty. Let's see. So let's go back to this. We're just gonna go ahead and play it. Sad, very sad. No shit. There you go. And see, this is a microcosm of the whole macro. All right. This incident here, all right, points to a much larger issue. And this is, hey, this is about this system we're all slaves in as a whole. You keep asking for justice from someone that makes his own rules as he goes, despite what, written in or on paper. The shit's not worth papers written on. Trust me. All right, that's just for show. He can break them. I was gonna say bend, but break them at will. You're expecting higher standards from someone that's very, very low. In fact, there are base individuals. All right, you're dealing with people that Job himself in Job chapter 30. Let's get it here. What did he say about these people? And yes, these are the people that have done everything in their power, all right, to get away from this by calling themselves and taking on identities of other people. Let's go to Job 30. All right. And it says Job's present state is humiliating. Let's start at the top. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision. Because Job, of course, is brought down to a very low state, to the point where these base people, all right, let's go into that derision. All right. that is Strong's H7832. Shaquak. All right. Play, laugh, rejoice, scorn, making sport of him, mocking him, deride, as in derision. To laugh, play, mock. It says to laugh, usually in contempt or derision, like they're doing us now, because we're in a lower state, and their goal is to keep us in such a state, but it's not gonna work. To make sport, to jest. All right, this is what they were doing to Job. These people that are. Let's keep reading. All right. It says, "Yea, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision." They're mocking him. All right. Whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yeah, they walk around here in high-priced suits, drive fancy cars, live in manicured properties, in gated communities. But on the inside, these are the same low-life pieces of shit that I'm reading about right here, what Job is talking about too. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste. This is not the first time. All right. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Let's go into that. Because they were chased away from after a thief. All right, because of their ways. That's why they ended up in the Caucasus Mountains. All right. Ganab. All right. Thief. All right. Thief that breaks in. It gives you several. Okay, but we are. All right. Let's see. I'm looking for hours. Job. Let's see. Job. Let's see. 24. I'm looking for 30. Let's see. Thief. All right. We know his history. We can go into, Job 15th chapter. We know who we're talking about. All right, Ganab. All right. Let's see. All right. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as a thief. It said to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Again, another clue as to who you're dealing with. Among the bushes, they braid. What does it mean to braid? All right. What does it mean to braid? All right. Strong's H5101. All right. So, like, as soon as it loads here. Okay, let's go back. Let's try again. Alright, a braid. Alright, so that is Nahach. Nahach. To bray, cry out. To bray as an ass. Scream from hunger. Alright. This is how low that they were. Look up the wild man of Europe. Used of an ass when hungry. Of wretched and famished persons. Alright. See, they don't want you to know that history about them. They just want you to know that was the Dark Ages. More recently they were in that state. Alright. But they, that's why they don't want to talk about that period. Oh, it was when, there was no, there was a lack of classical knowledge and all that other bullshit, whatever. And here's the thing. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. These are some low, it's a shame that in this day and age, especially we're out there on the highways and byways trying to tell our person who, first of all, Christianity doesn't teach you that you have an enemy. You got to know that's why it's called plantation Christianity. There was a reason for that. All right. This is Shum. All right. All right. Name, reputation, blah blah blah. Let's see. Probably root meaning, perhaps. So down here, conspicuous position as a mark of memorial of individuality. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Children of fools. Come on now. A little bit too slow for notation now. All right. Nabal. All right. Which was Abigail's husband. He had it in for King David to the point where his name, all right, is synonymous with being a fool. Foolish, senseless, fool, all right, stupid, wicked. This is who you're dealing with. These are the people that, when we go back to here, to this, that you expect any type of justice from. Another thing we're trying to tell our people, all right, you go to the Lord, all right, they were viler than the earth. 9, and now am I their song, yea, I am their byword, going up to the first verse. All right, they were making mockery of him. They had him in derision. All right, and now am I their song, yea, I am their byword, just as we are now as a people. All right. 10, they abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face. And that's what they're doing to these people over there, the WHO, because they know they don't have the power, all right, to put up any kind of resistance to what they're doing, all right. So they're going to take advantage of these people like this, run roughshod over them, just like what's happening, to let you know we're dealing with the same people, let you know what's happening over there in Israel presently with the Palestinians, and also you're dealing with the same people in Ukraine. The wicked. Slovakia froze up there. And you need to know that all of these that were doing this were not Edomites, which, you know, makes it worse. Clearly an abuse of power. All right. But it's such a long history of NATO troops, WHO, you know, all these organizations, they pretend to help, but at the same time, look at the case can be made here in the Western Hemisphere with Haiti. Long history of abuse, and it keeps happening over and over and over again. All right, here are these heavily resource-rich nations, all right, that happen to be mostly Jake. All right, and you have to understand there is a plan here to keep them in this state. All right, poor, extremely poor. And if you've been paying attention to the news as of late, especially since the beginning of the year, these countries are saying, you know what, fuck this. You know, especially when you look at, you know, Uganda, they found all that gold last year around this time, and then these other countries that are, you know, rich in mineral resources and, you know, other things. They're saying, you know what, from now on we're gonna, you know, mine this ourselves, and you know, and they want these colonial nations like France and you know, Belgium, England, you know, Esau in general. That's why, and I hate to say this, but even with China, you're just trading one devil for another one. But you know, it's sad the way this power structure is, you know. And these devils got to go, and they are. Let's hear a little bit more of this. Yeah. And you have to know too, this is representative of what these devils want to do with the whole world, with this sea hip. Make us so desperate, all right, that we'll follow along and ultimately cave in to whatever demands. And we know that the ultimate demand of this devil is going to be to implant a certain medical device in everyone and make them their property. Alright, and that's going to be the ultimate test of faith. Alright, I'm glad they put it like that, because ultimately, this is, like I said from the beginning, this is like the micro of the whole macro. This is representative of a whole huge, big, much bigger thing that's coming down the pike here. Alright, this is a slick bastard. Alright, he knows, and he's had a plan for it, and they're doing this in stages. This is gradualism. Alright, so they can always have that plausible deniability still, because people, let's face it, they like being where they are now. They're not concerned about it. I mean, even though a lot of people are like, wait a minute, you know, with those guys on the street with the Bible has been saying all along, you know what? That's what these motherfuckers are actually doing. And you got some that, nah, you know, they're still in denial. Alright? It's the whole thing. It's about preparing yourself. We always say that. That's what we're trying to get our people to realize. You know, Ezekiel 3rd chapter. you know. But at the end of the day, we're doing what we were told, what we were commanded. And as such, as I mentioned Ezekiel 3rd chapter, we're getting the blood off our hands, because if not, then we're going to be held. As it says, and well, we'll get it. Alright, we'll hold that and go here. Alrighty. Let's see. Ezekiel 3. Alright. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, which are the scriptures, and go speak unto the house of Israel. Now, did it say speak to anyone else? No. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. Verse 3. Real sensitive here. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Feels good. Tastes good upon finding out all these things. Who you are. You know, you've been lied to. You know. But, and he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee into the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. Did we say our words? It says, speak with my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. You've seen it many times. Jake is just rebellious as hell, refused. But the other nations, all of our lives we've experienced this. The most segregated day, even to this day, still is Sunday. Everybody else wants what we have, what is ours, and they exclude us. But our people, you know, in their mindset, they want to give what's theirs to everybody else because of what? Plantation Christianity. All right, that God loves everybody doctrine, which is bullshit. Verse 7. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, see, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Yes, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. And as adamant, harder than flint, have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. All right, skipping down to 17. It says, the watchman for Israel, 16. And it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Most High Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth, and give them warning from me. That's what we're trying to do here. Wake our people up. Let them know, first of all, who you are, who the Most High is, and his Son. The Most High's name is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahweh Shah. These are the entities you pray to. Going through, of course, Yahweh Shah. All right. It says, 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, thou givest him not warning. What did I tell you earlier? Nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. We don't want that. 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. All right, but thou hast delivered thy soul. All right, you know it. You hate to see things like this, but you understand too judgment, and you understand this. Well, hopefully you'll understand that this devil is never going to change. He's going to have to be changed. In other words, he's going to have to be forced out of the earth, as the scriptures say. All right, let me get real quick. I'll stay in Job 30. let's go to Isaiah. Actually, no, Psalms. This is one of my, I will talk about this devil here. This is one of my favorites because look who you're asking for relief from. Alright. Alright. This is Psalms 43:1. It says, "Judge me, O Most High Yahweh, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. Oh, deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man." $250 fucking dollars. But you better believe if roles were reversed. I hope all of you realize that what I'm going to say here. If roles were reversed, oh my goodness. See, that goes to who has the power and who doesn't. You better believe roles were reversed. They coming in. They're going to end up, if it goes that far, to the World Court in The Hague. And all kinds of shit. You know, the media is going to be there. It's going to be hyped up. That's this machine. Alright? It's to benefit him. The enemy. Continuing on. And that's something too. Again, I'm keep comparing this to what's coming down the pipe. For you people that think that you're going to get some relief, all right, from this devil, if you take the chip, thinking that, you know, compliance is going to get you automatically taken care of. You got to consider he's already achieved his goal. He just needs you to take it, and it tells you. I gotta get it because people just don't believe. It tells you in the scriptures what's going to happen. All right. Ultimately, this is a test. All right. Revelation 13. This is a test for you to determine who you're going to trust in. Is the so-called white man going to be your God, or is it going to be the Most High? Choose wisely. Alright, as soon as this loads, we'll get it. Because, right, as a matter of fact, it's good to read this whole chapter because, you know, you got time skips here. I apologize once again, Salaki. It's just, you know, it's slow. Come on now. Back. To hell with that. That's why I like these. Oh, now it comes up. But in any case, screw it. This is Revelation 13 and 16. All right, like I say, you need to read the whole chapter here. All right. 16, he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. See, a lot of you just dismissed that when you were growing up. Oh, how's that going to happen? Because you were just sure that the system that you grew up with all this money, these greenbacks, the coins, you thought that was going to last forever. No, he's changing up the whole thing. Going digital is far more control. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. It doesn't matter if you got gold, silver, platinum, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Of course, if I'm not accepting it, what good is it? Of course, you can exchange it for, you know, digital credit, in which case I still got total control. For those of you that understand how money works, they're changing the whole thing. So you will have to come to them. See, The scriptures were always right. 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here, verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And when we go over to the next chapter, remember I said about who's going to be your God? Verse 9. Alright? This is what it's going to come down to. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, what is that image? It's this system. It's believing and following in this system to the point where you're going to go along with what he requires of you. Hey, you get this, and in actuality you're saying this piece of shit is your God. So what is what the Most High says? If you choose that route, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. You're through. His word. You made sure that there is no, after you do that, there is no coming back. You're through. Most High told you, once you do that, because his word, there's nothing you can do. You're done. All right, so this is the point that's been made for time. I'm just going to end it here. Of course, I'll put this in the, but the point's been made. It's sad, but, this is why we're out here trying to tell you, don't, for you Jakes out there, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites. Those of us that are scattered abroad into other nations. Don't get caught up in color. Alright? These devils going to keep doing this. Alright? They are. If given enough time, they stay in the power, they're going to continue because, again, they're just wicked. Hey, so with that, until the next video, hey, shalom, 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 shalom.